Wike is frustrating development effort in Rivers. APC chieftain says this is Eze Chukwemeka Eze that is saying this now, that the Minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike, who is currently in a battle with the governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, saying that Wike is currently frustrating developmental efforts in Rivers State. And that is true, because all these cases that the local government chairman and the State House of Assembly faction led by Martis Amewule are bringing before Fubara is distracting him. Even though Fubara has tried to be very stable in his judgment and his emotional condition, probably by now something else would have been happening in Rivers. So all these things that are doing is a distraction, and Rivers government is aware, Fubara is aware, people of Rivers State are aware. So yes, it is possible that Wike is deliberately frustrating the government of Fubara, thereby indirectly frustrating the developmental efforts in Rivers. And Rivers should begin to see this problem in that perspective if they want to resolve it once and for all. A chieftain of the All Progressive Congress APC, Eze Chukwemeka Eze, has accused the FCT minister Nyesom Wike of frustrating genuine development efforts aimed at leveraging opportunities to transform Rivers State into an ambitious economic hub for the rest of Africa. Eze said while other state governments are striving to implement measures to meet the yearnings of their people, especially given the bad economic situation of the country, Rivers State is instead embroiled in an unnecessary superiority brawl instigated by the FCT minister, who is relying on support from the presidency. That is correct. That is very, very correct. He's relying on the support from the presidency, and that is why Tinubu cannot be completely exonerated from these troubles in Rivers State. That is the truth. So in October 2023, the multi-billion naira Rivers State House of Assembly complex was razed by fire allegedly caused by a suspected arsonist loyal to the FCT minister, who threw an explosive into the complex around 9:25 p.m. So the incident allegedly aimed to pressure the president to declare a state of emergency on the pretext that the state is enmeshed in a violent crisis that has overwhelmed its security architecture. According to Eze, the state government has committed to rebuilding the complex with a substantial amount of money, funds that could have been channeled to other meaningful ventures beneficial to the people had there been peace. So in a statement made available to Daily Post on Monday, Eze said economists have reviewed through in-depth research that Rivers State has lost public sector investment worth over 2 trillion naira due to the endless political crisis. The statement noted that this figure is separate from the cumulative impact of raw figures denied to the oil-rich state and the positive effect the project would have had on the local economy and the state GDP. So he pointed out that while Lagos State is issuing bond after bond, Rivers is resorting to loan repayment from commercial banks by the immediate past administration, which had nothing to show for the borrowed money exactly. So he said during Amechi's tenure as governor, the state was entitled to a 375 billion naira or $250 million World Bank water project that was to transform Port Harcourt into a modern city. Everything was ready, but the office of the Minister of Finance, which was to sign off for its drawdown, was allegedly prevented from signing under Goodluck Jonathan on the prompting of the same Wike, who was then a minister. Can you imagine? That young man is averse to the development of the state. I can tell you for free, today Port Harcourt has remained a borehole city. Eze further detailed other abandoned projects, such as the plan to develop a fast-moving transport system known as monorail with about 250 billion naira, with over 120 billion naira already spent by the state government, and most trunks of coaches reportedly already at the on airport. The project was abandoned when Wike came to power. Port Harcourt under Amechi was designed to be a modern city through the creation of the Greater Port Harcourt City by expanding to 8 local councils with modern facilities. The project was to consume 100 billion naira per year for 10 years, that is 1 trillion naira. But under Wike, the project suffered what looks like half-hearted status, or what many call drain pipes to settle political backers. Very bad. So now Chukwuemeka Eze has highlighted all the projects starting from the time of Amechi to his own time, and even up till now that Wike has frustrated. So it means that the River State people probably are not privy to some of this information, and probably not aware that Wike is actually an enemy of progress in that state. He pretended to be an emperor when he was the governor, and he pretended to be Mr. Project. At the same time, it is now getting exposed that all those projects he was doing, some of them were not completed. The ones that were completed were very low quality, and they call him Mr. Project. Meanwhile, there are a lot, when you compare what he was doing versus the IGR of River State, which stood at 27 billion naira every month as exposed by Governor Fubara, compared to the projects completed by Wike up to now, you know that Wike has actually taken more from the state purse than what he has done with the state money. Quite unfortunate. So now Chukwuemeka Eze is exposing more things that probably the public did not know about the projects that Wike frustrated during his time, especially those ones that were started by Amechi when Rotimi Amechi was the governor of the state. Okay, and then when he came in, most of the project that he was supposed to continue from Amechi's administration, he shut all of them down, especially that monorail stuff that I'm talking about. And then now that Fubara is in now, just because of power and part also for godfatherism, he's also frustrating and distracting Fubara from doing something meaningful for the state. Quite unfortunate. Very, very distracting. How long is the state going to continue to be in that condition? Quite unfortunate. Somebody is saying here, you are correct, sir. Wike is doing this because he has the backing of federal government. If not, how can only one man be disturbing the development of the whole state? Okay, when you are there as a governor, who born any one of them to talk to Wike anyhow or rain abuse to his government? Let federal government sack Wike and replace him with another person. There are lots of competent people over there. Exactly. So just like I said earlier, when Wike was the governor, who are you to come and talk? Nobody. I'm telling you, nobody born you well to come talk about his government in the state, or even, in fact, he was even against the federal government under Buhari and under other people. So Wike is actually a problem in that state, and the earlier the River State people sees that, the better for them. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment. Those are the things exposed by Chukwuemeka Eze.